Hello. Oh, and yep. All right, I'm maxing it out. Hello, and welcome to the Still Unsponsored Podcast.
Episode 4.
Episode 4. Now live streaming on Facebook.
Yes.
Thank you to the 0 people that are watching us.
Yeah.
Which is probably good because we are presenting live in smell-o-vision.
Thank goodness that doesn't exist right now.
Thank goodness. Yeah, okay. So this morning we have gone and worked out.
We broed.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
We hit the pre-workout.
Yeah.
Got the nose torque.
Got the nose torque.
Did some bench press.
Yeah.
pretty
I
good.
almost did my max PR.
Right, exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly. I have real mixed feelings about like releasing the video for this episode.
Yeah, we probably shouldn't.
Yeah, but we probably should. We're doing this for you guys.
The fans.
All of you, several cameras that I have pointed at us for.
Yeah, which one do I look at?
That one. Well,
Okay.
because that's a live stream, so
All right.
we'll make that one the main one.
All right.
The other big change we have here is we have these lights.
Yeah.
We have the lights. So
Yeah. I feel like a
there's-
celebrity.
Yeah, I know. Look at all those lights. Yeah. Amazing.
It's probably a bad thing actually because it's pretty creepy. It's daytime, so you get the natural daylight. And
Right.
Then this is
Yeah,
a
but
lot.
I think the natural daylight doesn't go with like the cameras as well as you'd think it would.
Yeah. Okay.
Like the way that we see is not
Yeah.
the way that cameras see.
Fair point.
Right?
Fair
So,
point.
I don't know. You'd have to talk to a camera
Camera.
or a photographer.
Key boy.
Yeah.
Key grip.
Something like that.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Okay. What are we talking about
Yeah,
today?
we hire people that make movies for us, not
That's true.
Yeah.
What are we talking about today, Chris?
Okay, so some updates on the podcast
Yeah.
real quick. We're going to do some industry news and main topic of the day, daily cadence. What do we do every day?
All right.
All right, so, start a timer. We got to keep this bite-sized.
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 I'll leave it to you.
Yeah.
Make sure to turn your ringer off, too, this time.
Okay, this is so demanding.
Yeah, I know. Well,
And I'm making noise.
echo.
What are you drinking, Zach?
I don't know. Some post-workout Smarty flavored stuff.
Yeah.
So you tell me, what is it? Since you gave it to me.
It's mostly like branching chain amino acids.
okay.
I'm just like wiping it all over myself now. Yeah,
Okay.
that's what it is.
So now I have branching chain aminos.
Yeah, and like sodium and potassium. Basically like maybe Gatorade that's better for you and better for like getting pumped because that's what you're trying to do.
Yeah. Get ripped.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
You're trying to do the simultaneous get ripped and run a marathon.
Yeah. Half marathon.
Whatever.
Yeah. Yeah.
Basically like seppuku for your knees.
Yeah. Well, right now it's my pelvis, not the knees.
Right.
Yeah.
Whatever.
It's like a full kind of lower body destruction.
Right.
Yeah.
All right.
Week by week.
You have fun with that.
Thanks.
All right. Podcast updates.
Yes.
I was looking at our analytics.
Okay.
We, first of all, are live on iTunes. So
That's a big first
Previously-
step. Hold on. That's a huge first step.
previously, when we said, listen and subscribe on iTunes, it was more aspirational because we weren't on iTunes yet. When we're recording this episode, we're actually live on iTunes.
So do it.
So do it. 5-star review. Come on, guys. Yeah.
Especially you.
Yeah, especially you.
Yeah.
So that's awesome. Viewers or listeners.
Yeah.
Listeners.
Well, hold on. Unique listeners or downloads? Haha.
This is actually website visits
Okay. Oh.
on
Okay.
3 continents. Actually, it was 4. I wrote 3 continents, but then we got a 4th.
Is it bot traffic?
I don't think so, no. But the guy in China was suspicious.
Yeah. Quick drive by.
Yeah. Like
okay.
a more than one in both U.S., obviously, Australia, Europe, and
Nice.
Asia. So that's cool.
Very cool.
Hello
We're-
to our Asian listener.
We're international.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully he can understand us.
I would hope so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hopefully. Okay. We launched on iTunes.
We launched an iTunes.
Overnight,
Yeah.
800% increase in downloads.
Whoa!
Oh my god!
800%.
Later, we'll be publishing on our website without numbers showing on the accesses, showing the massive spike in viewers.
I spent $5 and made 1,000,000% return. Yeah, okay.
Yeah, that's how that works.
All right.
We're on Facebook Live now.
Yep.
That's of course assuming this is working, right?
I think it is.
this is actually like when we need, viewer feedback on like what is up. Like we need feedback
You know what?
on what is up here.
We need a producer.
Yeah. But the question is, okay, so do I stop talking and be the producer? Or do we like train Crystal to do it?
Or you, our listener.
Of course, remember the microphone's directional, so when you do that,
Yeah, I'm not gonna even try.
yeah,
anymore.
don't do that. Come on, Zach.
Leave it here. Just not even touch it. All right. I got that one figured out.
Yes, exactly. And for the first time, since we're now live on iTunes,
Yes.
we have feedback on the show.
Whoa.
I know.
And?
So, the feedback was, "Hey Chris, when Zach's telling you to move on, friggin' move on already."
I like it. Thank you, listener.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Thank you, undisclosed listener.
Yeah.
The other, this came in text message format.
Oh. So it's a loyal fan.
60 is not old as fuck. I think that was in reference to the Harrison Ford
No, he was like 70.
I don't think we're going to be helping with this particular listener.
All right. Well, okay.
Yeah. Like, there's no winning this argument.
All right. Okay. Got it.
But yeah, so we were scolded for some ageism.
And now I need to mark this as explicit again. Nice going.
I think we were there before we even pushed go.
All right.
We could
Jesus. The hell?
for those listening at home, Zach just did something. He's got a half-empty bottle
how did that
and a
happen?
lid on it, and he still managed to spray himself.
How did that happen?
I have no idea how that happened. That was like a special talent.
Well, now I'll get the. Ooh, is it? No. Okay. We'll have to smell this later.
Okay,
That would be sticky.
moving on to news. YouTube versus Casey Neistat.
Yeah.
You know who Casey Neistat is?
No idea.
Oh, okay. So Casey Neistat's one of the biggest creators on YouTube. Almost to the point of going mainstream. He sold a startup to CNN for a couple million, like in the tens range.
Cool. That's more than a couple.
It was a number followed by zero, followed by
Got it.
like 6 zeros.
Okay, so he's good. Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, he's good.
But he was doing daily vlogging for a long time. That's how he sort of built his audience. One of the OG YouTubers as well. So, good for him. But after the shooting in Las Vegas, he posted a video linking to a GoFundMe saying, like, you could donate to the Red Cross,
Sure.
or I'll also be doing this, and sending all the money to the victims of the shooting.
Okay, what's wrong with that?
Nothing's wrong with that.
Okay.
But
Uh-oh.
YouTube demonetized that video. Because I think in the video he also said, like, any ad earnings I earn from...
We'll go to...
Yeah, exactly. So it wasn't like he was trying to make money off this.
Okay.
He was legitimately being a good person.
Yep.
YouTube demonetized his video. YouTube demonetized a bunch of other videos talking about the shooting. So, like, Phil DeFranco's videos talking about the shooting. When YouTube was asked, why did you do that?
Yeah.
They said, well, basically, this is part of the whole, adpocalypse, and this is where we start to care as marketers, right?
Yeah.
So if we're just buying ads on YouTube, we don't want our ads served against, like, jihadist ads
Yep.
or ads
Hate
about
speech,
disasters
yep,
or hate
yep,
speech or
yep.
anything like that, right? So YouTube went out and basically implemented a whole bunch of rules that said, like, if you were discussing these things, you weren't gonna...
You're not making money.
You're not making money, right? So, well, that's all fine and good,
Yep.
right? And it's probably a rule that the creators could live with.
Yep.
But turns out that Jimmy Kimmel did his, like, now somewhat famous rant about firearms and
Yep.
guns in America and all that kind of stuff.
Uh-huh.
There were ads running on that video.
Oh, I see where this is going.
It was like number one
yeah.
trending on YouTube, right?
And so now everyone's like, oh my God, you're talking about guns.
Well, it was
Right.
more like, okay, so why does Jimmy Kimmel get to have his videos monetized
Right.
and not the YouTubers?
Got it.
And then the rules basically came back as like, it's inconsistent. So Jimmy Kimmel's ad sales team sold those ads,
Oh.
right? Versus, if we go buy pre-rolls on, Casey Neistat or Phil DeFranco,
Yep.
that's being sold through Google. Mm-hmm. So a difference in ad sales team where Google is like, we don't want to place ads against these things, if some corporate ad sales team doesn't care, then they can do whatever they want.
Interesting.
So that's got
It's got some ramifications.
yeah,
because-
that's got YouTube all riled up.
I see.
So the main problem is
Is it a David Goliath thing, you think?
well, the main problem is actually this: is YouTube's been very inconsistent as they've tried to roll out their rules post adpocalypse.
Yeah.
And there are channels that are starting to hurt, right? Which I don't think, let's say our perspective, professional marketers, we might not care so much, but there are probably some channels that are on the edge, and especially channels that are very like niche-y or smaller, where the person relies on that ad revenue to produce that content. I think then we start to care, right? Because we don't want to see a reduction in content, which basically reduces the amount of content we can serve against.
Right.
So that's I think the marketing angle on this of like YouTube, like we've there's a large discussion that we should have a whole episode dedicated to like podcast advertising and playing in the YouTube world, and how Google hoards all the data and won't share it with anyone, but this is one of those things where it's sort of like if it's bad for the creators, I think it's bad for the marketers.
Yeah, that's interesting. I think to me it comes down to kind of the consistency piece.
Yeah,
like it seems very apples and oranges.
Yeah,
if you essentially it's saying if you got the money. If you have the money to basically go direct, because it's very expensive.
Well, and you would think that, it was GMC ads that were being served against Kimmel's videos, right? And you would think they would care more than your, like, rank and file person buying pre-rolls, because all of a sudden there's a ton of visibility on this Jimmy Kimmel ad.
Yep.
So, yeah.
Okay, well.
I think it's got to be all one way or all the other way. And the other side of it is Google really needs to work on this. Like, they can't be screwing around with, killing these creators.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
Yeah. Next.
All right, that was quick.
Yeah,
that was easy.
Well, I don't know. Was it quick?
Well,
let's see.
That was quick enough.
How quick was it? No, we're at 10 minutes right now.
All right.
Facebook, back in the news.
Ugh.
We covered this episode 2.
Yeah, I think so. 2 or 1.
Yeah. So it's evolved a little bit. So when we were talking, yeah, because it was the first one we really had this mic set up. We were talking about how Trump spent $90 million on his campaign on Facebook.
Yep.
Or we should say like on search ads, that kind of thing.
Digital media marketing.
Right. Exactly. And how Facebook, how the Russians had spent $100,000. And our big point was $90 million, $100,000.
Yeah.
Okay. So as that's evolved, this has turned into like Sheryl Sandberg presenting in front of Congress, type thing, and I think the big question is, which we sort of, we don't really care about or sidestepped, was like, should foreign powers be allowed to advertise, for campaigns?
Right.
No is probably the answer, because if it was more than $100,000, then, whatever. But the other tidbits that are coming out is like Russia wasn't just buying Trump ads. They were also buying like Black Lives Matter ads. And this was just like, they were using marketing tactics, marketing PR tactics. They were using new media to try and polarize the United States.
Sow discord.
To sow discord. Yeah.
You like that?
I do like that.
Yeah, they're
well
trying to
put,
sow
Zach.
discord.
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
So that's really, really not cool. Like, totally not cool. But the thing about like, oh, it's $100,000, who cares?
Yep.
$100,000 was like nothing.
It's nothing.
Nothing.
Haven't changed that stance.
That's nothing for us.
Right.
Right? Not still unsponsored for our day job.
Ugh.
Excuse me.
I think you need some wine instead of this.
Oh, yeah, I know. Hang on.
Bro drink. Ugh. Get that Smartie.
Next week we'll be back with more wine.
Yeah. Double the wine.
Now you can listen to me crunching ice.
Yeah. So here's the thing that it's interesting, right? So yes, Facebook is sort of the new playground.
Yeah.
But countries been doing propaganda against each other forever.
Oh, I know.
So,
I think the thing is people are like surprised at the tactics,
Yeah.
right? So, Russia uses a bunch of spam bots, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
who's to say we're not doing the same thing, by the way?
I'm like, that's a tactic that they stole from us, right? Like, come on, the OG internet marketers invented these spam bots.
Yeah. I
right?
mean, yeah, exactly.
We'll have an episode on how to promote your Instagram via bots.
Again,
Right.
like it's just people don't understand. It's the same thing. If you ask anyone how the internet works, right? If you ask any of the folks out there that are considered experts, their answer is gonna be a lot different than your millennial.
Yeah.
Like people just don't understand how the thing works.
I
And
think
so
the other
marketing
thing.
is
I think
the same
other
thing.
thing though is there's been a breakdown in like what's considered trustworthy.
Yeah.
Right. So either nothing's trustworthy or everything's trustworthy, but you have a hard time telling. And like if it's a sponsored ad, then is it trustworthy because they're spending money to advertise that thing?
I don't know. I think people just aren't even, if they see it, they just believe it. It's a joke. If you see it on the internet, it's got to be real, right? That's a joke.
Yeah, well, that's been a joke for a long time.
Right.
But now the whole fake news thing is happening,
well,
right?
yeah.
So,
Self-inflicted on many. Yeah.
yeah, and I think this is another thing that, like, marketers end up caring about because if there's no credibility, then, like the skepticism keeps rising and clunk. And I think you see all these like really sideways FTC rules coming out about like what's sponsored content versus what's not sponsored content,
Yep.
how you have to, present that to customers.
Yep.
And it's like, ooh, you
Yeah.
know. So I don't know. I think the analogy that I wanted to make is like, so if someone walks up to you and says, "Hey, Zach, that guy over there says you drink wine out of a Solo cup," right? Before you get mad at the messenger,
Yeah.
right? Or sorry, before you get mad at the guy that accused you of doing something terrible, maybe you should question the messenger's motives.
Right.
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 So, I think that like in politics on Facebook, you need to question the messenger.
Yep. Definitely.
Right.
Most definitely.
And it's probably just it's sort of like, as much as I wish that marketers would always act in good faith, like there are some that are bad actors, and so
Yep.
when you see an ad, you probably need to, probably not an ad for a product, probably it's more like an ad for services, or when we talk about like the get rich quick guys, like what's their angle here?
Yep. Yep.
So
And this isn't a new thing though, by the way.
no,
Because I remember I went to SMX. This was, oh my goodness, probably back in 2011. And the big keynote speech, bringing back Danny Sullivan again, the keynote speech was something along the lines of, essentially Facebook is able to warp what you see. And this was, at this point now 6 years ago. The premise that Google or Facebook could sit there and customize what you see, it's almost self-fulfilling, because if you are clicking on a whole bunch of, alt-right stuff,
right.
then guess what? Your results are going to be all right. And you're going to
Yeah.
start interpreting that as
Yeah.
that's the only news that's
Yeah.
out there.
So, all right. So this is the other thing that I think is an important point that you're getting at. Social media companies may be based in San Francisco. They may have a left-wing bent, but they're also companies, and they want to drive customer or user engagement.
Yep.
Right. By driving user engagement, they essentially ensure their future, right? They ensure an active customer base that they can
Yep.
either sell or they can monetize or whatever, right? That's the business angle. So
Monthly active users.
exactly. So if you're a guy that wants to read a bunch of alt-right stuff, Facebook will show you a bunch of alt-right stuff to keep
Yep.
you coming back,
Yep.
right? Maybe that's an over-exaggerated,
It's not, though.
but
That's
it's
true.
probably not,
It's not,
right?
yeah.
Okay, so let's change the example. Like if you're a big Bernie Sanders fan, Facebook is going to change what you see to emphasize the Bernie Sanders stuff, so you keep coming back,
Yep.
right? Like whatever it is that
Whatever you're into, you're
whatever-
going to keep seeing.
exactly. If you're
Yep.
into rage posting on your political opponent's posts, it'll probably keep showing you the things that
Yeah.
you hate
Yeah.
because, whether you like it or hate it, it's driving engagement,
Right.
and that's what they care about.
Right.
So it's not that they have an angle. It's that like that may make it seem to you like they have an angle, but they're just showing you what you want to see.
Yep.
What you quote want to see.
It's Skynet.
What they think you want
It's
to
the
see.
early Skynet.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. So it comes back to like question the source. If it's, a website that's like Obama wasn't born in the U.S.
.website.
.website.
Probably not legit.
Probably not legit. And it has ads all the way around.
It's the full circle of ads. Left, top, right.
We call those websites made for AdSense.
Yeah, yeah.
Right?
AdSense ready.
Right? And they're baiting you to get clicks. Mm-hmm. Right?
Or the slideshows where it's like you land on it, you have to keep clicking next to get every single slide, and the ads just keep loading up. All those impressions.
Yeah. Okay, so
Yep.
being done with that, but still not leaving Facebook for a second.
Okay.
We have our page on Facebook.
Yeah.
Facebook.com/
You should like it.
Still unsponsored. Please go like it. Leave us a comment.
Yeah.
Watch this video
Ugh.
here, right? We'll post you and tell you when you're live, so you can see the unedited,
The raw footage.
or you could like cover the video like with your eyes and just listen to our voices. The voice is bad enough, but
Yeah.
yeah.
Maybe I should keep talking like this.
Let's not. I'm having a hard time.
Yeah,
talking
you
today.
are.
Yeah, I'm struggling today. But man, okay, I know why Facebook stock's going up right now.
Yeah?
Right? Like they are hella pushy about like you spending money to promote your page.
They're also smart about it, too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, but way better than any other platform.
Yeah.
Like Twitter, even Instagram doesn't get as pushy.
Not yet.
They do say like this post is performing better than 90% of your other
Yep.
posts, so you should boost it.
Yep.
Right? So yeah, and then after you say no enough times, they give you a coupon.
Yep.
Pro tip: after you say no enough times, they give you a $30 coupon.
So keep clicking.
So if you found us if you're a marketer that also likes podcasts
and you don't have a personal relationship with us,
and you don't have a personal relationship with us,
thanks, Facebook.
thanks Facebook's coupon.
Yeah.
Leave us a comment.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. So let's see here. What am I?
You just got a message.
I know. I just got a message.
You didn't turn your phone off.
I know. Okay, hang on. I'll mute this.
No, it was your phone.
No, it was my laptop making the same noise.
Oh.
Okay, so I know where I was going with this.
Yeah.
Right? It was a comment I'd made in the office. So you see, Sheryl Sandberg, right? New York Times was, posting something like, from the height of empire, she's here to answer questions about social media on Capitol Hill or whatever. So like stone cold rock star business person, right? It might lead you to think like, what's she got that I don't?
Yeah.
Right? But then you go look at the way that Facebook is like driving revenue, right? And it's all the shitty ways that we do it.
Hell yeah.
Hey, yeah.
Uh-huh. There's nothing new there.
No, nothing new there.
No.
I think it just made me feel good.
Yeah.
I'm
That
like,
you too can be Sheryl Sandberg?
not
one
that I
day?
can be Sheryl Sandberg, right? Because that definitely does. You're different, right? I was thinking that we should maybe as something for our like email subscribers, put together a like skill tree for becoming CMO.
Ugh.
But it's like starts with being functionally excellent,
That sounds terrible.
right?
This sounds terrible.
And then it's like these are probably the other things you'll need to learn. I don't know. Maybe.
Hey, you know what we should do? We should have someone sponsor a new chair for me. This is hurting my butt.
Yeah. That person may end up being me.
This chair is not good for my posture.
And you keep sliding.
I know. Yeah, I know. So, yeah.
That's MVC,
This is something.
minimum viable chair.
This is, yeah. This is something. I'm waiting for this thing to break off.
All right, let's be done with Sheryl Sandberg. But
Yeah.
anyway, business titan that's using all the same growth hacking tactics that
Yeah.
everyone else is
Growth hacking.
that's playing in the mud is
Yeah.
doing. So there's that.
There's that.
There's that. Final thing in news. Final thing. KFC.
Oh, yeah.
You see that screenshot I
Took me
sent
a
you?
while. Yeah, no, well, you sent me the link yesterday. It took me a while to realize what was going on.
Yeah,
Because, you know me, I'm not very big on the Twitter,
right.
on the tweets.
On the tweets.
But then I saw the 11 follow. I'm like, wait a second, what is this? And it took me a while, about 30 seconds, 40 seconds, and then I got it.
So
Brilliant.
Facebook.
Brilliant.
Facebook, on Twitter.
On Twitter.
KFC
Yep.
is following the Spice Girls. and a bunch of dudes named Herb.
Yep.
So it's 11 herbs and spices.
Yeah.
Is the joke. But yeah, Brilliant.
You know what? What's funny is it was probably someone just sitting in the room thinking, I have this crazy idea.
You know what I love? I love these these marketing teams, or they're probably agencies for these giant national brands. And it's not like they're directly responsible for revenue. And it's like they just get to sit around and have a shitload of fun.
Uh-huh.
I'm kind of jealous.
Yeah.
Like,
okay, back to your guide to becoming a CMO. Blah, 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 blah.
Right.
Yeah, you can't have that on there. You have to be actually responsible for revenue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
So fun, but responsibility.
Right. Right, exactly.
Yeah.
So maybe that's like after I've retired, I'll just go work at a creative agency and I'll be like, I got an idea. 11 herbs and spices. The Spice Girls and a bunch of dudes named Herb. Of course.
So okay, let's circle back. So what episode were we talking about the dove thing? That was episode 2 again, I think, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so here you go. Case in point.
Well executed versus not.
Bingo.
Yeah.
Right? Exactly. It probably could have been pitched the same exact way, but the execution is what mattered.
Slightly different, you know.
But you get what I'm saying, though.
Because I think one is like, okay, we got to go get a video production. The Dove thing was a much more massive fuck up, right?
Yeah.
Because think they had to go hire models, they had to get a production team ready, they had to like
Sure.
go plan a shoot, and you know,
Sure.
so they probably spent 50 grand on that.
Sure.
Versus 11 herbs and spices was probably an account manager sitting down with their intern.
Yeah. But okay, case in point, if it was executed, say they maybe the all the herbs were of a certain ethnicity. Now it just went all ape shit.
Yeah.
So again,
Less likely of that happening because you're just going to search for dudes named Herb.
I agree. But,
Yeah.
again, comes down to the execution, thinking things through, full kind of circle.
Yeah.
So the question is, how long are they going to leave it like that? 11 herbs and spices.
Well, that's why I wanted to take a screenshot and talk about it in like the new news because I kind of figured it would be a temporary thing. Like
Yeah.
once it blew up, they would change it.
They would change it.
Yeah.
You think they have someone going back and following every single person again?
Oh, you can do that. It's Twitter, so you can do it via API. So they probably have a list of people they were following.
Got it.
And then they unfollowed
Yep.
everyone, and then they probably uploaded a list of
Yep.
people to follow.
Yep.
And then they'll probably reverse it, or they'll take out the 11
Yeah.
herbs and spices and start over.
Go crazy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Cool.
Cool. Okay, main topic of the day.
We haven't been there yet?
No.
Wasn't the Facebook?
No, it wasn't on Facebook.
All right. YouTube?
We talk about Facebook for fun.
Yeah, okay. Fun. This whole thing is fun. All right, what do you got?
What do you do on a daily basis? What's your daily cadence look like? What did it look like when you first started? What's it look like now?
I feel like we already talked about this.
No, I don't think we did.
Daily cadence.
Yeah.
All right. Well,
We brushed lightly on my day kind of looks the same,
yeah.
but I wanted to dive deeper into why you would have sort of a template for how your weekdays and even weekends might go. What are the advantages? And here's where I'm going with this is I basically started this when I was an entry-level employee, and it really hasn't changed.
All right, go for it.
Okay, so wake up in the morning. First thing I do is run reports. Like almost before I'm getting out of bed, I'm looking at reports. Right? I want to know how the previous day went. I want to know. Basically, that sets my mood for the day, also. Right?
Depending on the previous day, you'll either be happy or upset or somewhere in between.
Right. I'll either be like happy or I'll be raging.
Yeah.
Right. And so, like, if the numbers are good, I'll be happy, and if the numbers aren't good, then I'll be raging.
And what time do you wake up every morning?
6:30,
Yeah.
something like that. But my main report that I look at now is like arrives at 7:02.
Yeah.
So I'm usually at the gym.
Yep.
So usually the tempo of my workout also can change based on what that report says.
Doing the squat. Yeah, okay.
We're like, oh, numbers are good. I think we're good here. Or like, oh, I'm mad now.
Time to bench another 3,500 pounds.
I'm going to put another 8 plates on this leg press machine because now I'm pissed.
Yeah.
So I'll be sitting at the gym messaging people.
Yeah.
Sometime around 7 o'clock. So get to the office. When I was an entry-level employee, I was running reports, right? And I was running reports for my own consumption because I was going to be taking specific actions, running PPC campaigns, versus what those reports said.
Yep.
Right. So run the previous days, figure out what I need to do the rest of the day. Now, as sort of more of a leader, right? It's more like I'm looking at the reports. There's some data that I still enter myself because I like to do that. I feel like it creates a better connection.
Yep.
But it's a lot of like getting inputs from my team. So as they wake up and look at their reports, they're telling me like, hey, this sucked. This was good. This was bad. And then I can take action from there. So it's a lot of like, first couple of hours of the day, just figuring out what happened yesterday.
Yep.
Figuring out if hold, change, what do we do? And then the rest of the day is meetings that aren't on a regular cadence.
Right.
And taking action on the things that we learned in the morning.
Exciting.
Yeah.
And then after work?
Well, I used to work out in the evening. So it used to be do all that and then go work out, but I've shifted that to the morning. I think that's actually a better use of time. So then...
Up for debate.
Yeah. You're on this journey, Zach.
Maybe.
You just keep drinking those like artificially colored drinks and you'll get there. But yeah, now I'm free at night.
Yeah.
So I can work some more or work on side projects like this. Or go do something fun with wife.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool.
How do your days go?
So similar, except I wake up early. So I wake up actually a bit later than you. So 6:40 is my alarm. Hop in the shower, get to work. I live close, so I'm in the office by 7:30 every day.
Yeah. You beat everyone at the office.
Yeah. We went over this before.
Yeah.
Except one guy. Him and I have a battle every day.
Was that the guy on my team?
Yeah. We have a battle every day.
Yeah.
I've been winning this week. So anyway.
I like that guy. These people now it's the cat's out of the bag. People know we're making this podcast in the office, so now people will know who that guy is.
Yeah.
And I tend to like that.
Yeah. So anyways, him and I have a battle every day, but usually I'm in the office by 7:30.
I take pride that he beats you.
Okay, good.
Yeah. Clunk.
All right. So anyway, I'm in the office by 7:30, and so I don't really have as big of a team. So I actually do a lot of the reporting myself. Similar cadence, though. I see how he did the previous day. Something's happening.
Literally, HR is messaging me right now.
Oh my. So anyway, I look at the reporting, see how it's going, and then kind of go from there. Same thing. We have regularly scheduled meetings in the mornings, kind of go over the performance, get all the planning out of the way. This book called The One Thing, highly recommended. I forget who it's by. We should actually put that in the show notes. Taylor, our boss, recommended it. I love it. So what I do is between 10 and noon every day, I block off that time for me to get everything I need to get done, focus on, and kind of get myself free from distractions. So that's around lunchtime, enjoy that hour or so, and then get back to it the rest of the afternoon, and then go home and do work. Usually 3 or 4 days of the week I'll go running or do some other workouts. But yeah, usually it's on a schedule. I'm home by 7:30, and then eat dinner, relax, and do it all over again. So similar routine, just flipped from you, I think. I mentioned before, like I really like getting to the office early, and it's kind of the free from distraction time. So if you notice, that's kind of my thing. In the mornings, I don't have anyone bugging me.
Right.
I have that 2-hour block during kind of the mid morning to the afternoon where it's just me to focus. And then kind of at the end of the day when I'm running, it's kind of my time to just zone out.
So let's come back to the one thing.
Yeah.
But we're going to address some comments.
Oh,
it's
cool.
funny. So the comments so far have been growth hacking and functional excellence. And hella.
All right, cool.
The guilty parties know who they are.
Uh-huh.
And then someone else is saying they're getting an echo, but I don't know how to deal with that.
Uh-oh.
Let's see here. I don't think. Let me turn that off.
All right.
We'll see if that deals with it. We'll rewatch afterwards.
Yeah.
And anyway, okay. So the one thing.
Yeah. Great book. I actually listened to the audio book of it. My first Audible experience too.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay.
Great book. We definitely should put a link to it with a non-affiliate link over to Amazon. Essentially, it breaks down things. You know, you can get filled every day with just so much shit.
Right.
You know, there's just so much going on. And, you know, I don't want to ruin it for anyone who wants to read it, but essentially just kind of boils it down to...
No, let's ruin it for everyone that wants to read it. Like, seriously, let's ruin it, because I think my perspective on this book was I don't need to read that book because, one, the title told me everything, and two, I already know how to do that. Or I already know what they're saying.
Essentially, do that one thing, right? Do the one thing that's going to kind of make everything else irrelevant or easier for you.
This is a Pareto frontier, 80-20, you know, pick your...
Sure.
You know, whatever. So basically, like, there is a small number of things that you need to do that is going to govern the majority of the outcome.
Yep.
And so do those things.
Yep. Yeah, that's essentially the book.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. We saved everyone a bunch of time. But we'll still put affiliate links on our website. And feel
No
free...
affiliate links. We can't ruin our reputation. It's an honest-to-goodness recommendation.
That's true.
Yeah.
That's true. But
Yeah.
I'm still going to put an affiliate link
All
on
right.
there.
Well, if we can get you a chair for me, that'd be great.
Click the affiliate link.
Buy a lot of the books.
Buy something else.
Just
and,
something.
and get Zach a new chair.
That'd be great. Thanks. Yeah, that'd be great.
Yeah. Yeah. But, okay, so if you need the one thing to tell you that you need to do the one thing, then do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think that's, like, critically important. So you should structure your day around what your outcomes are going to be, right? So, you know, if it's driving revenue, then you need to be focused on revenue things. If it's you know, optimizing your PPC campaigns, then it's like, you know,
or take it even further, like working on your team, working on building culture, building relationships, whatever. Like it's not just focused on work stuff. It's kind of the whole gambit of everything.
Right. What you don't want to end up in is like a scattered state.
Right.
Where
you don't get anything done.
Where you don't get anything done.
Yeah.
Right. So it's like really thinking about the outcomes that you want to drive and then working towards those.
Right.
Now, this advice is probably not like universally practical for like people that work tickets, you know, then, well, work your tickets, right? Mm-hmm. I would probably, if you have the ability, like take an overview of what you're trying to get done and knock out that day and do that. But, you know, for the professional marketer that, you know, is KPI driven, you know, yeah, structure your day around what KPIs you want to drive.
Yep, definitely. Also, so kind of, again, read the book. There's definitely like a willpower. And then what they're saying is, and this is why, again, I like getting to the office early. And this is true for me, is my willpower, it definitely declines throughout the day.
Yeah.
So that's actually why I do like working out at night, because that's a time where I can actually mentally just turn off and not kind of waste that willpower in the morning.
Yeah.
So that's actually why I do like working out at night.
Interesting point. I think, yeah, like willpower, that's sort of a newer concept that's sort of been floating around, the Tim Ferrisses and the Jockos of like, you know, willpower is an expendable resource. You know, I think, you know, a lot of we're circling around this whole like Jocko's got his new book out that's titled this, you know, The Discipline Equals Freedom. But like, if you know what your day is going to look like and what you've templated it to, that's like that much less mental energy you have to exert. Right. There's another book out there, which is Getting Things Done, that's really based around this. So it's like, if you have a system for managing your to-dos, then you're not devoting mental energy to holding on to your to-dos and constantly juggling that system. Yep. So whatever your system is, whether it's Notebook or Evernote or Notes or, you know, whatever that you deposit your to-dos, and then, you know, here's the other thing, come in the morning, look at your data, stack your to-dos in what you need to accomplish that day, and then go execute. Because then you don't have to be spending time thinking about that versus the other thing.
We done with this topic?
I think so. I think you killed it.
We done?
Yeah.
Like officially we're done with that?
Because do you have something else we want to talk about? Because
no, but we talked about this for like the second episode.
I don't think we did.
We did.
Nah.
What do you, our listeners, think? Let us know in the comments.
Well, so this is very bite-sized because we're at 37 minutes right now.
We keep getting shorter and shorter.
Well, I think it was tight. Like, even though we had a bunch of stuff up front.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Planning is key, everyone.
Yeah. It'd be nice if you shared those plans with me before the show.
I did. You didn't freaking read your email.
You did not. I looked through the email and I didn't see anything.
Dude, should we live go into the
No, it's all right. We don't need to bore people with this because half of people will be actually watching this.
So when I opened it up just now to send you a link, it said shared with one person, Zach Corda. I think, okay, in your defense, which I don't like doing a lot, I think that it had a different title when I sent it.
Oh, well, now
Because I think it was still a template for our show.
Now you tell me.
And so I like copied it, shared it with you immediately, thinking that you would like collaborate or some shit.
Yeah, no.
And then, yeah.
Collaborate, look and listen.
Okay, let's wrap it up.
All right.
Okay, so we're on iTunes now.
We are on iTunes.
So still unsponsored. In iTunes, find us, subscribe, download all our episodes.
All of them.
Like repeatedly would be excellent.
Get those numbers up.
Get those numbers up. If you want to help us out, like rate us 5 stars, leave a comment, that kind of thing.
Yep.
Good stuff would be preferable.
We'll take the bad stuff though too.
We'll take the bad stuff on social media.
Bingo.
Like
keep the iTunes
if
full glory.
you really want to hate on us,
Yeah.
then come to social media and tell us what you think.
Yep.
And actually, like, come on, constructive feedback would be highly appreciated.
Much.
So, like, if we sound like shit or like we already know we look like shit.
Yeah.
So you don't need to tell us.
I also need allergy medicine, so my apologies for today's voice.
Yeah. You're like, you guys are terrible looking and you sound really nasally. Yeah, okay, we know. We
live in Texas.
We know. Like, we weren't working with a great base to get started. Then we went to the gym. And we live in Austin, Texas, and now we're here.
Yeah.
But we're trying to make a non-boring podcast about marketing.
Yeah.
So, yeah, there's that.
Also, let us know what you think about the lighting.
Yeah, we may need to update that.
Yeah.
So, okay. What else we got? Find us on social. So facebook.com. Just search for Still Unsponsored. That's going to be the easiest way. I think we're at Still Unsponsored. I created an Instagram account this morning.
Cool.
We'll see how we do that.
Yeah. We need a producer.
Maybe we'll run some bots.
Oh, okay.
Get some viewers.
All right.
Or get some robot friends.
All right.
Visit the website, stillunsponsored.com.
Yep.
Where there's links to everything.
Yep.
Because we're also now, like, we're learning a lot about marketing a podcast. So we're in all the directories, 70% iTunes, so no one really cares about anything else. But if you're the one dude that uses Google Music, we're there.
Cool.
If you're the one dude that uses TuneIn, we're there. Which means we might be available on Amazon Alexa. I gotta check that out.
Okay.
So let's figure that one out.
Okay.
And yeah, I think that's it.
Cool. Until next time.
Okay, and we're done.
Woo!
Unless you're on the live stream and then you're still watching.
Ah.
All right.
Okay.
Cool.